Good evening, and welcome to our very special stream tonight on December 16th. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Lev Freeman, and I am really excited that tonight we are joined by two fantastic performers, Stella Sick and Ivan Konev, and they will get us in the mood for this, the holiday season. Not sure how many of you have had a difficult year or a regular year, but I'm sure throughout all of this, music has been something that has been just a great solace. And as a result, I was really excited. First of all, that Stella and Ivan gave me opportunity to wear my Christmas suit. I don't know if you can see it, but it actually has various ornaments, and so that was great to begin with. And then when I actually heard what they were they were going to play and perform for us, it was even more exciting. So first of all, I want to welcome everyone who is watching. If you can hear me and you can see me, please type a few words if you are next to your computer or you're watching it from your phone, just to just so I know that it's all working, because we're trying a slightly different setup. It's interesting that right now I can see Stella and Ivan practicing in some of the other window that I have going here. So I don't want to disrupt them quite yet. And I'm not sure, Stella, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Wave if you can hear me, so that I know when to plug you back in. Oh, okay. Hello. So yes, please, if you are watching and you want to say hi, this is going to be very much appreciated. I will try to keep the distractions to a minimum during our actual performance, obviously. But it's going to be, I'm sure, great for the performance to be able to read your comments and say a few words between the pieces. And so right now, I would like to maybe try and see if we can loop them in. Stella,
Давай.
Stella, hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. I can hear you just fine.
Fantastic. Okay, Ivan, can you hear me? And now you can, I'm sure. Hello. Hey. How are you guys doing?
Could not be better.
That's fantastic. So first of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming up with this idea. Thank you for practicing and setting this all up. I'm sure it was not a easy feat. So thank you. As I was telling to our viewers that I first of all I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to wear this Christmas suit, because it's not it's not it only happens once a year, and unfortunately all Christmas parties were canceled. So this is as good as it gets. So I would like to turn it over to you, maybe to say a few words about tonight's program and how did it come about.
Well, Ivan, can I start?
Yeah.
So, Ivan and I have been friends for quite a while, even though we come from a very different parts of the Soviet Union. We are just, became friends here in Minnesota because Minnesota is just such a friendly place. And actually, we're going to play two different pieces for you, and they are just as different as their creators. The first piece that we're going to do for you is the Brahms variations on the theme of Haydn. So Johannes Brahms is a German composer. He was an interesting individual, composed really fantastic music, and the piece that we're going to play for you was actually originally written for two pianos, and then later it turned into the orchestra pieces. But the genesis of the piece is interesting from the perspective that Brahms himself was a very, very formidable pianist himself. So a lot of the things that eventually made their way into the orchestra started as piano pieces or eventually were in the piano format. But so the piano version of it is kind of a legitimate piano version of the piece. Now, Tchaikovsky, on the other hand, Ivan, do you want to tell us a little bit about Tchaikovsky?
Sure. Well, except I don't know much about this. But this, just Tchaikovsky as a figure in general.
Yeah.
Well, Tchaikovsky, probably the most famous Russian composer of ever, right?
Right.
Well, except maybe Rachmaninoff. Rachmaninoff can Yeah, probably. Especially his popularity in the 20th century. But Tchaikovsky kind of exemplifies the Russian spirit in Russian music for many. And we know that in Russia or post the Soviet Union, there's so many big and small things named after Tchaikovsky, including conservatory, including the competition, Tchaikovsky competition. I personally studied in a music college affiliated with the Moscow Conservatory, named after Tchaikovsky. Actually, both of the musical colleges I've studied were named after Tchaikovsky, one in Crimea and one in Moscow. So he's like pivotal figure in Russian music. And I think that there are good reasons for people to like Tchaikovsky with his romanticism and his like bold harmonies, and he has nice pastoral pieces as well as all that heavy dramatic stuff that we like so much, especially his late symphonies. And but ironically, he this time of the year he's probably the most popular composer here in the United States because of the Nutcracker, because of the piece that we're going to play. Actually, not just holiday season. If you think of the 4th of July, it's 8 and 12 overture everywhere, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah, all orchestras play that. So apparently it's dear to the heart of many Americans too. And I believe Tchaikovsky actually came to the United States, and he, if I'm not mistaken, he was present at the opening of the Carnegie Hall.
Oh wow!
Interesting fact. He actually was in the middle of composing Nutcracker when he visited the United States.
Yeah.
Another interesting. So that's exactly right. Actually, on his trip to the United States for the opening of the Carnegie Hall, and I think on the way back he stopped by in Paris, and he has heard for the first time the celeste, the instrument that's permanently featured in a Nutcracker ballet.
Mm-hmm.
And he came back and talked to the people who basically commissioned the music to him, and he said, I have to use this instrument, you have to figure out how to get it. So
that's cool. Well, it just sounds so lovely. He came to New York, then he went to Paris. Just being able to travel around the world sounds so nice, especially right now. No, thank you for this beautiful introduction. I think we have over 40 people watching us right now, and I think we'll again, everybody's excited to be here. Everybody's saying their hellos, and thank you again for being here. Whatever you guys are ready, we can get started.
all right.
Oh, sounds good. Do you want to mention anything about Brahms, Tchaikovsky rivalry?
Oh yeah, this is the most fascinating story. So Johannes Brahms is a quintessential
German composer, right? And Tchaikovsky is the quintessential Russian romantic composer. They actually Tchaikovsky toward Brahms, not the other way around, but they really did not like each other. And Tchaikovsky absolutely despised Brahms's music to the point that he has multiple mentions of his dislike of Brahms's music in a lot of his correspondence. But they did meet in person, and they got along famously, along with some alcohol, and met actually a couple of times, and they were really chummy. But that did not make Tchaikovsky like Brahms's music any less. So anymore, actually. So today's performance is actually, in a way, a reconciliation between the two great composers. So that's what it's going to be. So we're going to start with Brahms, and that's where we're going to be.
All right. Thank you.
music.
Браво, браво, дикие аплодисменты.
That was it.
Wow, guys, phenomenal, just phenomenal. If only we could pipe in all the applause from from all the people that are watching, which is a lot. I think this is the one of the shortcomings of these virtual performances, but you know, it's amazing. So we have over 50 people watching us right now, and so touching. And again, it just made me realize how much I miss being able to be there with you, right, in the live audience, and how happy I am for you that you are able to do this and play together, because it is just phenomenal.
Well, you know, being a pianist is a very lonely path. So when we do get to play with other people, it's an exciting affair, and hopefully the excitement translates even through this media to the audiences wherever they are.
I'm sure it does. And again, we have various geographies watching us right now. So we have California, we have Chicago, and I don't see everyone. Ivan, your video disappeared for some reason, but that's okay.
Well, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm the cuter one anyway. So.
Exactly. Stella, if you could adjust your camera just a little bit, maybe before we get into this next piece. There you go. Thank you.
Okay.
Because I wish I could just come over there and like, can I adjust it a little bit?
I know. It's well, so the music, the next piece that we're going to do is Tchaikovsky Nutcracker Suite. So a little bit of the genesis about the piece. Interestingly, the suite came first. As Tchaikovsky was working on the ballet and the music for the ballet, he put together the suite the way we're playing it right now, the order and the dances, everything. And it was met with, with a lot of success from the audiences. And the interesting part is when the ballet came out, with choreography and the staging and the costumes, it was not well received at all. And majority of the negative comments were not so much about
music, but about the dancers and the staging. And of course, the whole production was beriddled by multiple problems that had nothing to do with Tchaikovsky's music. But even though the ballet did not take off from the beginning, the music from the suite continued to be very popular. And for many Russians and the Soviet Union people, this is associated with the New Year's time, with the Christmas. And it's not because the music is specifically Christmassy, it's just that the story takes place during the Christmas party. So, and
how about its popularity in the United States? Because obviously it has its own following. It's been covered and done many times. Duke Ellington version. I don't know if you heard that one. It's a fantastic variations. How is there a history? Is it just again because it's so good? And how did it make it to the United States?
I don't know, to be honest with you, why it's so wildly popular here, but it is very popular here. I think every year there are multiple ballet companies produce the show. That is like their big production. And actually, Ivan gets to play in the orchestra for those productions. Ivan, do you want to tell them about your part?
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, it's really big income booster for all sorts of theater. That's when they make money. Most of the money comes from the Nutcracker, from all those massive productions of Nutcracker. So because public loved it so much. Yeah, and I had a chance to play that for a number of years. I've been playing keyboard part at the Minnesota dance theater company, which is on Hennepin Avenue in Minneapolis, and they had a great big production of Nutcracker. There's a wonderful orchestra. Lots of my colleagues play there, and then this time around, of course, because of the pandemic, we did not do that, and I felt like something so much fun was missing from my life because I'm so used to this. Like it's like magic. That once that overture starts, it's like everything magically turns. Yeah, it's like a magic sin. It's just there's a transformation with that music that comes with that music. So, but actually, Stella suggested that we played it. We added to Brahms, and then it all worked really well because Brahms ends in B flat major, and this one starts in B flat major. And seems like there's a nice transition from Brahms to this piece, and so hopefully some of that magic will come through our performance today.
I am sure. My 5-year-old daughter is eagerly awaiting. Because this is her favorite, music of all times, the ballet, the overture, just the whole suite. So thank you again for doing this for us, and again for everyone who's watching, thank you for tuning in. Keep sending your comments and your applause. I will pipe them in after this next piece, and hopefully we can chat for a little bit more. So thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Двери закрыты, я быстренько приеду.
I decided to run away because it was just way too much for me. No, just kidding. I'm not going anywhere. Okay.
Bravo, bravo.
That was fun. I don't know how it was for you, but for me it was fun.
Guys, you have no idea. You have no idea because obviously it's probably, well, there's no applause where you are at, but I'm just reading all the comments and all the reactions. You've done just an amazing job tonight. You've transposed us all to some magical place where there is no COVID. There's nothing. There's just pure joy, and that's what tonight was. It's just pure joy. I will try to just not read off. I'll just keep showing the comments. Again.
If you have any questions for us, we'll be happy to answer them.
I know you just want to get into questions, but I think for people still want to just express their feelings because I'm sure everybody's applauding at home. I'm sure there's been some dancing reported. I've been doing this at home. Luckily, I was not piping myself in. No, just amazing. Thank you so much for doing this. I realize that every year I get to take my kids and see either the ballet somewhere or listen to the music or somehow get in touch with this wonderful piece, and you just did it. Thank you. How does it feel? How does it feel for you guys?
I am just so lucky that I get to play this. I've been doing this for a long time and I'm technically a professional, but every once in a while it just strikes me what privilege it is to be able to have the skill to listen. I mean, it doesn't mean that other people who can't play cannot experience the joy, but I feel joy. That's how I feel.
No, that's very, very true, and I was jealous at times of you because obviously, but at the same time, mostly I felt just lucky for knowing you. And again, let's just give a separate round of applause for Stella for just coming up with the idea. Hey, why don't we do a live stream? Obviously, Ivan, kudos to you, and thank you so much for having two pianos in your home,
and pretty awesome.
And
I really let it all work out. I'm sort of for a little bit of out of tune.
It needs major tuning.
Hey,
both of them.
Between us, professionals who nobody noticed. It was amazing, and again, and we have people like really watching all over the country. Stella, for some reason, I cannot see the comments that people are leaving on your page, which is also quite a bit. So you'll get to see all those wonderful comments.
Yes.
And respond to them. But yeah, you've made lots of people so evenings, and I would bet months, in some cases year. So just because just beautiful. Well, I wouldn't be. Are you going to play it again? Are you going to do something with the? I mean, because you guys are phenomenal. Playing it on Facebook Live is very cool, and it's great. But we'll be hearing more of you.
Well, we have a slightly, I'd say, more polished version of that, right? That we did last week for my university.
That's right.
For UW River Falls, because we have that coffee concert series that goes virtual now. So it's on the selected Fridays we have artists, or many of those are just faculty performers. So. We recorded it last week, so it's going to go live this Friday at noon from River Falls, from the Abbott Hall, and if for some reason you want to watch it again, I certainly could send Stella a link to share. So
please, that would be great. And people are already asking when is the next concert.
Start the series here.
Might as well. Hey, I was going to say that when we are allowed to reopen and gather again, I'm sure we could find the second piano to haul into like Stella's house or my house.
Yes.
and do something, because again, this is just, I could just imagine playing this in somebody's house, or being able to enjoy this with a group of people. And again, it just takes it to the next level. But again, this was fantastic. Thank you guys so much for putting time into this, for setting this all up, for practicing. Obviously, this does not come easily. So I cannot say thank you more. This was phenomenal. I will let you go. And I don't see any questions about like Tchaikovsky or anything. People are just like, who's Tchaikovsky?
No, Tchaikovsky is it's just an interesting story between the two of them, and we reconcile them today in the concert, you know.
Well,
not with a drink, but with the music.
Well, hey, speaking of drinks, I hope you guys have something to celebrate, obviously, later tonight. But again, so I think comments keep coming. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this. And anytime you want to do it again, you just call me, and we'll set it all up.
Well, thanks for spending your time on that, for organizing all that.
It is literally my pleasure. This is I'm just happy that I know people like you and like Stella, and I'm able to help in a little way to just help you connect with your audience. And yeah, this was amazing. So have a great night, guys. Thank you everyone for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.
Sounds good. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.